When chip shortages first shut down automotive production lines in 2021, the semiconductor industry found itself in an unaccustomed spotlight. Suddenly, everyone was talking about the tiny chips that enable many different functions. When some high tech and consumer electronics companies began to experience chip shortages or voiced concerns about supply chains, the attention intensified. It is now clear to all we are living in a semiconductor world. Chip shortages have been aggravated by the pandemic, and the confluence of problems has led to the semiconductor shortage. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. India's chip demand is growing at nearly double the global rate each year. By 2030, India's semiconductor demand is going to reach $110 billion. So, by that time, it will be over 10% of global demand. In addition to a massive domestic market, India has an ample pool of engineers which will help the country attract foreign investors and overhaul the local electronics industry. India will spend $30 billion to overhaul in the tech industry and build up a chip supply chain and is aimed at increasing local production of semiconductors, displays, advanced chemicals, networking and telecom equipment, as well as batteries and electronics, said Gurunglal Das, Director General of the India Taipei Association, the South Asian country's de facto embassy in Taipei. Das said his country is looking to bring in more mature chips. These include chips made with the relatively less advanced 65 nanometer to 28 nanometer production technologies and are widely used in connectivity chips, display drivers, controller chips for electronic products and electric vehicles. The advantage of India is having a large number of engineers, natural resources for metals, gas and chemicals. For instance, India is the world's leading producer of sulfuric acid and ammonia, which after being purified can be used in chip manufacturing processes. Apart from chips, India sees displays as critical components as it hopes to become more self-sufficient in the production of TVs, tablets, smartphones and automobiles. Secondly, India is looking at LCD display technology, which is widely used in TVs, but also at a higher end OLED displays that have become the mainstream in premium and foldable smartphones. Given the reason, the demand is going to grow and you cannot be in a perpetual state of import dependency. Now let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. India exits the $3 trillion market cap club. The Indian market is no longer part of the coveted $3 trillion market capitalization club. The latest rout in the market has seen its value slip to $2.99 trillion, the lowest in nearly 13 months. From the peak of $3.67 trillion in January, India's market cap has decimated by $676 billion amid rising bond yields and a record-breaking sell-off by overseas investors. FanClash raises $40 million in latest funding round. Bengaluru-based esports startup FanClash has raised $40 million in Series B funding to boost its mission to build a global esports fantasy, data and fan engagement platform. FanClash started its journey as a fantasy gaming application for all core esports viewers and has evolved into Asia's largest esports fantasy platform with operations in India and the Philippines. The platform enables users to play fantasy on all global tournaments across top esports such as Free Fire, PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile and PC, Valorant, etc. Reliance seeking acquisition of Revlon. Reliance Industries may buy out Revlon in the United States. Mukesh Ambani-led Indian oil-to-retail conglomerate is now mulling bidding for cosmetics maker that filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the US. Revlon's problems intensified with the pandemic as lipstick gave way to a new era in fashion, featuring medical-grade masks. The company's sales dropped 21% in 2020, then rebounded 9.2% in the company's most recent reporting year. In the latest quarter that ended in March, Revlon's sales rose nearly 8% but still lagged pre-pandemic levels in excess of $2.4 billion a year. Shares of Oracle jumps most in 6 months. Oracle shares jumped the most in 6 months after the company reported results, suggesting its effort to move customers to the cloud is gaining momentum. Investors sent the stock up more than 10% to $72.72 recently in New York, the biggest single-day increase since December. while sales of applications for management and financial operations have fueled the company's cloud effort thus far, Oracle experienced a major increase in demand in infrastructure cloud business of 36% in the 3-month period ended May 31. Telangana government to launch T-Hub 2.0 this month. The Telangana government will be inaugurating Business Incubator T-Hub 2.0 in Hyderabad on June 28. The new building comes with a total built-up area of over 5.82 lakh square feet, making it the world's largest innovation campus. T-Hub is an innovation hub and ecosystem enabler based out of Hyderabad. The T-Hub 2.0 will be microcosm of the innovation ecosystem, which will house more than 2,000 startups, corporates, investors, academia, and national and international ecosystem enablers. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.